Welcome back. In today's video, I'm currently standing outside of Sahara, the original, as well as Sahara Bedrock Edition, the world I created as a block-for-block replica of the original Sahara, as today I'm releasing an update to the world file, as well as comparing mine to the original, since we now have access to the original files. Let's go ahead and head inside. As for the foyer, I believe it's fairly close. Obviously, I'm using quartz slabs and lights for the floor. They're using carpet, since lighting is different on Java. One of the updates that I did is I have upgraded the unloader here to be 1.14.20 and newer compatible. That way the sugar boxes will not get broken. And if we look this direction, we've also added in Sahara Jackpot. And comparing this to the original, it also looks fairly close. There is one difference that you can see. On the Bedrock Edition, Sahara Jackpot and the keycard reader are brighter. That again is due to how light works on Bedrock, and it can transmit through non-solid blocks. Let's go ahead and order something here so we can get a token. As you see, we got our token right here. And we should be able to use it over here. What I was saying earlier is if we compare this jackpot to the original, you can see how the choker is brighter as well as the dispenser. That's because we can have light coming through slabs and choker boxes, and it doesn't do that on Java. Let's go ahead and place in a token. It looks like we didn't win. But our order should just be about here. So Sahara Jackpot does do its thing. It keeps you occupied while you wait for your order. Here it is. As you see, this one breaks the choker from below, as I was saying, so the choker should not get lost inside the system. Our receipts still come over here. And then this chest here now is also working, so if you place the receipt in here like what everyone else does, it will not take it. It will only take a diamond. Let's go ahead and head on up here to Sahara now. One of the other things is the fish tank here. If we can compare this to the original, it is again a lot brighter due to the way lighting can work by placing it under slabs. But overall, it looks fairly close to the original. So Sahara now has also been fixed. Looks like I left my hidden staircase unhidden. Let's go ahead and close that. So let's go ahead and check in here. Looks like two have already purchased. Let's purchase this pink one. Looks like there's a second pink in the system. But there it is. So let's go ahead and pass on this pink one. And pass on the white one. So they should float around and come back in here. There's the pink one, and then the white one is being held. Let's go ahead and head outside. As you can see, there's a big difference out here as well. They're currently torch spamming everywhere. That is due to, again, lighting. On Sahara Bedrock, I was able to hide lighting under these stairs here. And that way it transmits through. On theirs, they actually have nothing under there. Even if they did, it wouldn't transmit through. The little garden out here, I got fairly close. A little bit different, but overall it's about the same. Let's go ahead and head inside and see what else we got. Another changes I got wrong was the minecart rails down here. I placed 2 when the original had only 1. Once we enter inside, another thing I found I had wrong was the cactuses here, as they placed string on top of them to stop them from growing. The Zen garden, I got fairly close. It looks like some of their villagers are escaping, but overall, I mean, it looks fairly accurate. My 3x3 door does work. Once you come inside, you notice it's about the same. There are a couple differences, mainly back here in this room. But then again, they were pretty much never in here, so didn't really have much of a reference to this room. Down here, again, it's a little different. Overall, I like the cleaner look of mine because I hate torches. I mean, eventually they would have probably cleaned this up. I also got a glass wall here, but overall the redstone is about the same. One of the other differences is the inventory trackers, where mine track by 10, theirs only do 9. Let's head on up to the boardroom. Now I know this hallway is drastically different, as on the original, they only had one elevator door. Why they only had one, I don't know, but I was able to squeeze in 2. Then obviously the boardroom. It's definitely nowhere near as accurate as it was when it ended, but the parrot cage is about the same. However, we do have one added bonus, as we can put CDs into jukeboxes with redstone. I do not believe you can do that on Java. Over here, I mean, it's pretty much the same as it was at the time I built it. That room's a little bit different than getting it into the warehouse. As for the warehouse, they're fairly close. Obviously they used minecarts, I used water streams. The shulker loaders do work. I mean, these here are a little bit different, as they're using some quasi-connectivity and for the pistons to make them work, where I had to work around that. But the shulker loaders are the same and they basically do work. The concrete ingredients machine, again, looks about the same, but the redstone is different. And it's actually more reliable on Sahara Bedrock. Where on the Java version, it didn't always give you the right amount of items. Where on Bedrock, it will always give you the exact set you need. Let's go ahead and clear out the inventory and let's see what we got. There you go, all the ingredients to make one set of pink concrete. There we go, exact amount. Now we do have this concrete converter down here. However, it does not have a TNT dispenser because we currently can't duplicate TNT on the fly. And TNT does not give a 100% drop rate. Now there is a way you can stand here where it keeps spamming it in. Let's try this. Looks like if we're up here we can drop it down. Yeah, that's correct. If we're standing up here, we can just shift click and just keep on spamming concrete in. It looks like we overfilled it. Yep, we did. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. Everything's in place for when we do get TNT duplication and 100% drop rate. But looking at this angle here, I mean, overall, it looks pretty close to the original. None of this would have been possible without the actual hermits of Iskall85, Grian, and Mumbo Jumbo, who originally designed and built this on their server. And now that we actually have the original world file, I'm able to compare it and see how close I really did. I mean, overall, it is fairly accurate. You can only do so much without actually having the original files to look at. So this world has been updated and will be available for download. And then as well, you also have the original Sahara from the Hermitcraft Season 6 server that I've also converted to Bedrock. So you have access to both files if you choose. But before we go, we're going to cover a couple more things on Sahara Bedrock. If you ever want to get into the redstone here for the inventory tracker, you do not actually have to break the wall. There's a hidden entrance down here at the end of the hallway. So if you just throw a block on the ground here, it will open up. So you can come in, check out the redstone, work on it, and then you can head back in. There's also another entrance at the storefront. Let's go ahead and head down there. It should be right up here at this column. Nope, not there. It's actually right at the column. And there you go. Now we can enter the back of the redstone. So you don't have to break the walls to get back here like you do on the real one. As you can see, the redstone is everywhere. Down here is the payment chest. I did do my best to color code everything, so if you want to try to reverse engineer this, you can. This will take us down to the Sahara Now keycard reader. And then up here is the Sahara jackpot. As we head outside, there's also iLoot is in this world. As well as Storage Wars is over there. Overall, this was a fun project to do, and hopefully I get inspired again by something they build on Season 7. But as for now, this will probably be the last update to Sahara Bedrock, as it is for the most part complete and working.